Hi there, so my first video in some time and my first unboxing for quite some time as well. And today we'll be looking at this 3-pack, the 11th Doctor collector figure set, which is exclusive to B&M here in the UK. Before we proceed, I guess it's maybe time for a little bit of history and discussion. 10 years ago, all my money went on these things. I mean, the Doctor Who figures that Character Options were making, I just bought left, right and centre. They were a very good price, about £7 a figure I think it was. Cheaper if you hunted around. Just bought tons of the things. They're my main sort of purchase really. The range kind of dwindled down a bit like the new show in some respects I guess. It's the kind of popularity sort of flagged a bit, and there was that disastrous sort of 3.75 range they did, which was just horrible. They were so bad they made the Star Trek 2009 figures look good. And it just died really. I mean, there's been a few FP Forbidden Planet exclusives since about sort of 2015 or so, but they've been a bit sort of over the place as well really. And then we've had these exclusive sort of box sets of mainly old repainted figures have been sold through the B&M bargain chain in the UK, which is a bit like Family Dollar in the US I believe. So they kind of sell things, make a discount, or a bit cheaper than you would buy in sort of regular stores. The problem with these sets is, I mean, they're mainly old figures, but they're usually sort of repaints or sort of slight retweaks. And because there's not very many B&M stores in the UK, they tend to go very quickly because basically scalpers buy them and sell on eBay. So if you want these figures, usually you have to go to eBay for them, and they end up costing quite a bit. Yeah, like I said, I mean, Doctor Who, I was buying these left, right and centre 10 years ago, massively into the show. In the show itself, I mean, I think the last season with Peter Capaldi was a bit of improvement. I'm not terribly looking forward to the first season with Jodie Whittaker. And before you all scream sexist, misogynist, pig, the usual things which everybody's sort of being accused of these days when they're a bit uncertain about the future of Doctor Who. It's not really so much about that. Chris Chibnall, the new head writer, has not really impressed me with his previous stories for other Doctors in the past, so I'm a bit uncertain about him. And I think really if you're going to sort of make a huge difference to the show like they're going to by bringing a female lead, do it when the show's a bit more sort of on an even footing and sort of more popular in the public consciousness, I believe. I think the issue I would see at the moment is, we've just had a very experimental period with Peter Capaldi. After sort of many years of sort of young handsome men, we went to sort of an old crotchety man who's a bit miserable, and I think that maybe turned off viewers a little bit. And I think maybe we need to get the show healthier again, have a sort of David Tennant 2.0 as it were, basically in the lead for a bit, get the show popular again, have Chris Chibnall prove to us he can be a good strong writer, the same way Stephen Moffat had before he took over the reins. And then maybe then we could have our sort of female Doctor. I'm not against the idea in principle. I mean, I'd love to see Kathy Burke, she of sort of Harry Enfield's fame, his accomplice. I think I can really see her sort of being a really good sort of female Doctor if we want to go down that road. And she also proves she can be a very sort of good straight actress in films like Nil by Mouth. So my tip for a female Doctor would have been sort of Kathy Burke, but I don't know, obviously BBC have their own ideas. Anyway, on to the set. So we have the 11th Doctor's collector's figure set. Of the sets that B&M had, I got lucky basically, got there before they all sold out. There's basically a sort of 70s set, which has got Brigadier, 4th Doctor and an Auton in, which I didn't really fancy. It seemed many things I had already just repainted and retweaked. There's also a sort of 3-pack with a 12th Doctor, Missy and a Bill, which is the first Bill figure. But again, I already had the Missy and the Doctor. I kind of didn't really feel Bill was worth the effort. Maybe that's the second choice I'll get if I go back to get more, maybe. And there's also meant to be a John Pertwee and a sort of his TARDIS, which is just a repainted version of the 4th Doctor's TARDIS, which came out a few years back and was very, very hard to find at the time, and it goes for a lot of money. So already that one's sort of impossible to get. Apparently, I believe more stocks are coming though. So that left this set here. The appeal for this set with me was basically, when I saw the pictures, thought that Doctor was going to be the set, or the one from the set that basically came with the Peter Capaldi head, the purple outfit and everything. It wasn't until I actually got to the shop and realised this is actually the outfit from the Snowmen set, which originally had the Doctor wearing a sort of top hat, which isn't wearing this. I mean, I'll get the figures out individually, you'll see them close up soon. I really wanted a Clara. I didn't pick up either the previous Clara or the purple dressed one that came out in a card through Toys R Us. My Toys R Us never got them in. This actually is, of course, actually Oswin Oswald technically, because this is before we knew her as Clara. This is the first version we saw was actually, spoilers, stuck inside a Dalek. And my Amy Pond, my original Amy Pond, had horrendous eyes on it. So I kind of wanted a new one anyway, and I kind of like, this is quite a good repaint really, where they've basically made her jacket into kind of like a sort of a denim effect jacket. So the top's completely different. But yeah, so that's probably sort of why I went to this set, because I think it had kind of two figures I didn't have for definite, one I definitely wanted a new version of. So this was my choice. These retail for about sort of $16.99. I believe the John Pertwee with the TARDIS is a bit more. I think it's about 20. But yeah, this is what they should be in B&M if you can find them. Of course, by now probably the scalpers have emptied out all the B&Ms, because there aren't many B&Ms in this country. And you'll probably have to pay a pretty penny for these. So let's open this up. I have my knife today to avoid the embarrassment I experienced during that Millennium Falcon unboxing a few months back. So, the caps there. Yeah, right, there you come. Right. I'll quickly show you the back whilst on here, so you get just an illustration of the figures, sort of no information about them, anything like that. So, here we have Amy Pond, 11th Doctor, and Oswin Oswald. So, yeah, the eyes aren't perfect on this Amy Pond, but they're much better than the one I've got already. So, for those who aren't into Doctor Who, we basically have Nebula from the MCU here, Prince Philip from The Crown, and Queen Victoria from Victoria. Okay, right, so, how are we tied in? I think they're just with twisty tie by the looks of it, yeah, so these are quite easy to get out. So there's Amy Pond. You probably know what the articulation on these figures is. I mean, obviously a skirt hinders her articulation, but yeah, hips moving in and out, the knees are articulated, a bit twist there in her leg, twist at the arms, twist at the wrists, and the head moves a little bit. Yeah, actually she's got quite a nice face, that one. Much better than my previous one. Yeah, and the paints on these aren't fantastic, but these are much better than what I've seen on previous B&M sets. So, yeah. And this is what I'm a bit concerned about, because this 11th Doctor, these break really easy, these seals. This 11th Doctor, just slightly droopy arm there. I don't know if that's sort of showing up on camera, but basically, I've got to put him some hot water and try and fix that. So yeah, he's got slightly better articulation because he's a more recent figure. We can actually move him up and down at the shoulders, backwards and forwards. Yeah, I don't hate this now I've got this. I mean, at first I was a bit, oh god, it's not the one I wanted. I really wanted the purple jacket one, he wore for most of his sort of last season, but now I've got it. I mean, it's quite nice. It's a much better Matt Smith head sculpt as well, because the early head sculpt didn't really look like him and made him look a bit too Frankenstein-like for my liking. So yeah, we like him. And probably the one I'm really most looking forward to is he's actually in the tightest, is Oswin Oswald. Oops, there goes the Doctor. Come, up you come. Again, she's kind of articulated at the sort of elbows there, bit of movement there, a bit hindered by the skirt, sort of at her hips, you know, knees, and again very nice head sculpts, and again fairly good eyes as well. So actually this is a much softer material than her skirt, so you can actually get a bit more movement in her. So yeah, she's probably my favourite of the set, and the one I'm actually looking forward to is getting the most, so winner chicken dinner with that one. Ooh, her leg seems a bit bowed though. See if I can get that a bit better. Come on, stand. So as we said, actually a very impressive set this. I mean, for, you know, about £5.50 odd a figure, you know, it's a pretty good deal really. Again, worth hunting down. Try your local B&M store if you have one, because there's so few B&Ms around in the UK. Failing that, I'm afraid you're going to be stuck with going to eBay and probably paying astronomical prices for these. But definitely worth hunting down if you can find them. I'm still looking for the John Pertwee and TARDIS. having real problems finding them. I checked my mother because she's got B&M near her the other day. She said they'd be completely cleaned out in their B&M with all the Doctor Who figures. Just an empty shelf with the price tag on. So yeah, it's going to be a hell of a hunt. But if I do find that John Pertwee and TARDIS, I will definitely pick it up and I'll definitely review it for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.